Every sunrise brings with it a silent invitation, the chance to become a little more than you were yesterday. Life doesn't hand out value, you build it. Just as a seed becomes a tree through consistent growth, a person becomes valuable through daily effort, learning, and refinement. Becoming valuable is not about titles or applause. It's about becoming someone who contributes more, someone who can solve problems, inspire others, and create opportunities. Your value grows when you invest in yourself, read the book, learn the skill, make the call, practice the discipline. Think of it like compounding interest. Small deposits into your personal growth account every single day lead to extraordinary returns. But skip too many days and the account runs dry. The world pays you not for the time you put in, but for the value you bring to that time. If your skills improve, your value increases. If your thinking deepens, your decisions improve. And if your habits sharpen, your results multiply. Every day you either get a little better or a little worse. There's no standing still. The key is to see each day as a classroom. Learn from successes, and just as importantly, learn from mistakes. Grow your mind, grow your character, grow your ability to serve others. Because in the end, the marketplace and life itself reward those who keep becoming more. And the beautiful thing, you get to start again tomorrow. Every single morning is another chance to become more valuable. The marketplace doesn't pay for time, it pays for value. You can work 8 hours a day, 6 days a week, for years, and still be stuck in the same place if what you bring to those hours never changes. On the other hand, someone else can work the same hours and achieve remarkable results because they've made themselves more valuable. Value is the difference maker. It's the reason two people can be in the same profession, in the same city, with the same tools, yet earn vastly different rewards. The marketplace is impartial. It doesn't care about how long you've been trying, how much you wish for success, or how many hours you've put in. It cares about what you can do, how well you can do it, and whether it's needed. That's why the surest way to change your income, your opportunities, and your influence is to change what you bring to the table. You must see yourself as an asset that can either appreciate or depreciate. If you invest in learning, improving, and sharpening your skills, your value rises. If you stop learning, resist change, and let your habits slip, your value drops. It's as simple as that. The marketplace is like a weighing scale. It measures what you've got to offer. If you increase the weight of your skills, your discipline, and your problem-solving ability, the scale tips in your favor. Think of it this way: if you're paid $10 an hour, it's not because your time is worth $10. It's because in that hour, the marketplace has decided your contribution is worth $10. The moment you learn to contribute $20 worth of value, the marketplace will find a way to pay you $20. This principle is as reliable as gravity. And here's the beautiful part: you can decide to become more valuable at any time. You can read books that deepen your understanding, attend seminars that sharpen your thinking, seek mentors who've already walked the path you want to travel. You can learn skills that the marketplace desperately needs: communication, leadership, sales, problem-solving, creativity, adaptability. Each of these raises your worth. But remember, it's not just about knowing more, it's about applying more. Knowledge without application is like having tools you never use. The carpenter who owns a complete set of fine tools but never builds anything will not be rewarded. The rewards go to the one who uses those tools to create something useful, beautiful, or needed. You also have to understand timing and relevance. A skill that was valuable 20 years ago may not carry the same weight today. The world changes, industries shift, and technology evolves. To remain valuable, you must stay current, adapting to the needs of the present and anticipating the needs of the future. Stubbornly clinging to outdated methods is like trying to sell ice in the middle of winter. It doesn't matter how hard you work if no one needs what you're offering. Another key to value is solving problems. The bigger the problem you can solve, the more valuable you are. Someone who can fix a common issue might be paid well, but someone who can solve a complex, urgent, and costly problem will be paid far more. People and companies will always exchange value for the relief of their biggest pains or the achievement of their greatest goals. This is why it's dangerous to think of your work only in terms of tasks. Tasks may keep you busy, but results make you valuable. If you want to stand out, focus on outcomes. Don't just do what you're told. Find ways to make things better, faster, more efficient, or more impactful. That's the mindset that makes the marketplace take notice. And here's a truth worth remembering: the marketplace is always fair in the long run. It may not seem fair in the short term. Sometimes effort goes unnoticed for a while, but over time, consistent value always finds its reward. Just like a farmer who plants in season, tends the soil, and waits patiently, you will see the harvest if you keep improving what you offer. So, if you want more, you must become more. Don't chase the money. Chase the skills, the wisdom, and the discipline that create the money. Don't wish for things to be easier. Work on becoming better. Don't hope the marketplace will suddenly notice you. Make yourself impossible to ignore. Because the truth is simple: the marketplace rewards value, and you have the power to raise yours every single day. Success is rarely built in sudden leaps. It's built in quiet, steady steps, small daily improvements that, over time, create results so big they seem almost unbelievable. The challenge is, most people underestimate the power of small. They think only grand gestures and massive changes will make a difference. But the truth is, tiny changes, done consistently, will shape your entire future. Think about it. A penny doubled every day for 30 days grows to over $5 million. That's the magic of compounding. Not much happens in the early days. The growth looks slow, almost invisible. But then it begins to accelerate. What starts small becomes something extraordinary. That's how personal growth works too. One day of reading a book may not change your life, but reading for 20 minutes every day for a year will change how you think, how you speak, and how you see the world. The same goes for your habits. One workout won't transform your health, but the discipline to move your body daily will. Saving a small amount of money won't make you wealthy overnight, but doing it consistently will. Learning one new thing each day might not seem like much, but after a few years, you'll have more knowledge than most people gather in a lifetime. The problem is, small improvements are easy to do, and just as easy not to do. Reading 10 pages of a good book tonight takes only a few minutes, but it's also easy to skip. Writing down your goals takes 5 minutes, but it's also easy to put off. Going for a walk, practicing a skill, making one extra call to a potential client. These are not hard things. But if you neglect them, the compounding works in reverse. Neglect compounds into decline just as surely as effort compounds into success. That's why consistency matters more than intensity. Anyone can work hard for a day or two, but the people who truly grow are those who keep showing up day after day, even when the results aren't obvious yet. The early stages of improvement are quiet. There's no cheering crowd, no instant reward. It's just you putting in the work when no one's watching. That's where character is built. Think of your life like a garden. If you plant a seed today and check tomorrow, you won't see much. But if you water it every day, give it sunlight, and protect it from weeds, eventually you'll see green shoots, then leaves, then blossoms, then fruit. The harvest always comes, but only after the daily care that most people don't have the patience for. Here's the key: don't measure progress only by what you see. Trust the process. The small actions you take today are not just for today. They are investments in a future you can't yet see. Each repetition strengthens the muscle. Each page strengthens the mind. Each conversation strengthens the relationship. Little by little, the person you are becoming begins to take shape. And the best part, small daily improvements stack on top of each other in ways you can't predict. Learning to communicate better might lead to a new opportunity. Improving your health might give you the energy to start a side business. Building the habit of saving might give you the freedom to invest in something life-changing. Each improvement creates possibilities that didn't exist before. So ask yourself each day, what's one small thing I can do today that will make me a little better than yesterday? It doesn't have to be impressive to anyone else. It just has to move you forward. Write the email you've been putting off. Make the extra sales call. Spend 15 minutes practicing a skill. Read a chapter of a book instead of scrolling endlessly on your phone. If you keep stacking small wins, your life will begin to change. And when people ask how you did it, they might expect a secret formula or a dramatic turning point. but you'll know the truth. It was the little things done daily that made all the difference. Because success isn't built in a day, it's built every day. And the small steps you take today will compound into the future you've always wanted. Learning is the engine of growth. Every day, you either expand your knowledge or you stay the same. And staying the same in a changing world is just another way of falling behind. The person you will be in 5 years depends largely on what you learn between now and then. And the truth is, it doesn't take huge leaps of learning all at once. It just takes the daily decision to add something new to your mind, something that sharpens you, stretches you, or challenges you. The habit of learning something every day is one of the most powerful disciplines you can develop. It could be a new skill, a fresh idea, an insight from a conversation, a lesson from a mistake, or a principle from a book. The form doesn't matter as much as the commitment. The commitment says, I refuse to let a day pass without growing. It's easy to see why this matters. The more you know, the better decisions you make. The better decisions you make, the better results you get. The better results you get, the more confidence you build. And with confidence comes opportunity. Learning is not just about collecting facts. It's about equipping yourself to handle life more effectively. But here's the challenge: the world is full of distractions that compete with your attention. It's easy to spend hours on entertainment that adds nothing to your growth. If you're not intentional, you'll fill your mind with noise instead of knowledge. That's why you must make learning a priority, not an afterthought. Schedule it if you have to. Just like you'd set aside time for a meeting, set aside time for your mind. Books are one of the greatest tools for this. A single good book can give you ideas that change the course of your life. But don't stop there. Listen to people who are wiser than you. Ask questions. Observe successful people. Pay attention to those who failed too. They often have the clearest lessons. Keep your ears open because every person you meet knows something you don't. The key is variety. Learn in different areas. Study your profession so you can excel in it. Study communication so you can connect better with people. Study health so you have the energy to pursue your goals. Study leadership so you can influence others for good. Knowledge in one area will help you in another. The more connections your mind makes, the more creative and resourceful you become. And remember, learning isn't only from success stories. Some of your best lessons will come from your own mistakes. When you fail, don't just move on. Stop and ask, what did this teach me? A mistake you learn from is experience gained. A mistake you ignore is just wasted pain. One of the best ways to learn is to teach. When you share what you've learned with someone else, you deepen your own understanding. Explaining an idea forces you to clarify it in your mind. Plus, passing on knowledge not only helps others, it also multiplies your own influence. Now, you might wonder, what if I miss a day? The truth is, one missed day won't ruin you, but the habit of missing days will. The danger is not in the occasional gap, it's in letting that gap become normal. That's why consistency is so important. Daily learning keeps your mind alert, your curiosity alive, and your confidence growing. Over time, the habit compounds. Imagine if you learned just one useful thing every day for the next year. That's 365 tools, ideas, or insights you didn't have before. And because knowledge stacks, what you learn today makes tomorrow's learning even richer. Learning something every day isn't about becoming perfect. It's about becoming better. It's about making sure you are wiser, sharper, and more capable than you were yesterday. It's about giving yourself an advantage in a world where many stop learning the moment they leave school. So make it your mission. Don't let a single day end without asking yourself, what did I learn today? Even if it's small, even if it's simple, keep adding to the storehouse of your mind. Because the day you stop learning is the day you stop growing. And the day you stop growing is the day you start declining. Fill your days with lessons, and you'll fill your life with progress. Learn something every day, and the future will always find you prepared. Skills are the currency that never loses value. Money can come and go, opportunities can appear and disappear, but the skills you carry will serve you for a lifetime. They go with you wherever you go. They can be used in any environment, in any season of life, and they can be exchanged in the marketplace for better jobs, higher income, and greater opportunities. You can think of skills like tools in a toolbox. The more tools you have, and the better you know how to use them, the more valuable you become. Some people walk into the marketplace with one or two basic tools. They can only do a limited range of work, so their opportunities are limited. Others have spent years adding new tools, sharpening them, and mastering their use. Those people are ready for almost anything, and the marketplace notices. The great thing about skills is that they can be learned. You don't have to be born with them. You can acquire them through study, practice, observation, and repetition. If you don't have a skill today, you can start building it tomorrow. And if you're willing to keep learning, there's no limit to how much you can grow your skill set. Not all skills carry the same weight. Some are nice to have, but others are in high demand. If you want to increase your value quickly, focus on developing skills that solve problems people care about. Learn to communicate clearly, because ideas are useless if you can't express them. Learn to sell, because sales is the engine of business. Learn leadership, because people naturally follow those who can guide them effectively. Learn to adapt, because change is the only constant. But having a skill is only the first step. You have to keep improving it. A skill that is left unused will rust, just like a tool. The world changes, industries evolve, and new technologies emerge. If you stop sharpening your skills, they can become outdated. The people who stay in demand are the ones who never stop refining what they know and adding to what they can do. Think about the difference between someone who can do a job and someone who can do it exceptionally well. The first gets paid for their time, the second gets paid for their results. Skill makes the difference. A professional athlete, a world-class chef, a master negotiator, they've all invested thousands of hours into perfecting their craft. That investment turns into influence, income, and options. It's also important to remember that skills work together. One skill can open the door, but a combination of skills can make you unstoppable. For example, being good at your trade is powerful, but being good at your trade and knowing how to communicate makes you far more valuable. Add problem solving to the mix, and now you're in a different league entirely. Skills stack, and the stack you build determines the level you play at. Another truth about skills is that they give you confidence. When you know you can handle a challenge because you've trained for it, fear loses its grip. Skills replace guesswork with capability. They make you ready for opportunities when they show up instead of scrambling to prepare after the fact. Skills are also portable. You can take them from one industry to another, from one city to another, even from one stage of life to another. If your job disappears, your skills don't. If your business fails, your skills remain. That's why they're a safer investment than money. No one can take them from you, and they never expire as long as you keep them fresh. So, if you want to earn more, do more, and be more, focus on building skills. Pick one and commit to getting better at it every day. Study the people who are already great at it. Practice until you can't get it wrong. Then add another skill and another. Over time, your collection of abilities will become your personal treasure chest, your greatest source of stability and opportunity. Because in the end, the real wealth you carry isn't in your bank account. It's in your ability to create value. And that ability comes from your skills. The more skills you have, and the better you've mastered them, the richer your life will be.